Deadworkers Party, a Smite podcast.
So howdy, folks. Deadworkers Party on Smite, number 210. I'm Brent Copeland.
And I'm Kevin Nivek.
Arias,
tweet me out.
Something. Tweet them up. Tweet them down. Just don't tweet them out yet.
Now, as many of you probably have heard, Eric is no longer gonna be on the show.
Yeah.
And
he didn't want to tell y'all. He just left without saying a word.
Yeah, well,
what a meanie.
He was drunk.
Head.
He was drunk, so who even
Oh,
knows
no,
what
wait.
he was
You
doing.
didn't show up for that show last week. That's right. That's why we didn't do it.
Shh. That's a secret.
Is it really a secret?
Not anymore, but
Let's, maybe we should leave this for the Poseidon dude.
Huh?
Hey guys, what's
Kraken?
I don't know if you can hear the bumpers at all, but yeah,
that was a pretty good segue. I dug it.
You like it? So yeah,
so this episode is going to be us too.
Just the two of us. Just the two of us. It's kind of like DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince without the Fresh Prince and his son doing the "It's the Two of Us" song. We're that cute.
Sure,
but I'm kind of looking.
Reference I didn't get at all.
I'm looking away from you. I need to be looking towards you. This is weird. How do I fix that?
I'm looking at you on the stream.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this week, a lot of stuff happened.
Yeah.
For these past couple, we really have been like 3 weeks late, basically. But these past 3 weeks, we got a new god. We got a huge fundraiser from High Res. We got a big giant patch and 1 million skins. And today they revealed their newest god, Circuit. And on the stream, and we'll talk about that in a little bit too. But in terms of the fundraiser, I wanted to talk about that for people that don't know. Over last weekend, yes, Hi-Res did a fundraiser stream for the American Red Cross. And they raised $19K during the stream.
Nice.
And a lot overall. And when I wrote the doc, it was $23K, but I'm sure it's more than that now. They also raised a bunch of money.
There's people in dresses, a lot of dresses, right?
Yes, yeah. Dry Bear wore a dress, Ares wore a dress, Todd wore a dress. It was dress party land. They also raised about, I think now it's up to about $40,000 from the Raw America skin in game, which is totally awesome too. And we'll talk about that because he was in this patch. So Dry Bear shaved his head.
Nice.
And Kelly dyed her hair blue. Yes. And then Bart also shaved the Norse Pantheon symbol into the side of his head.
That's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
Is having Pantheon shaved into your head goes? That's a good one to go with, I guess.
Yeah. I'm sure it gets in the ladies. They're like, "What's that on your head?" And he's like, "Oh, it's for the Norse gods." You know. I worship. I'm a Viking. I got my Viking blood. This is like, I don't know. Seems pretty good to me.
I like where you're going with that.
Yeah, right? He
No,
uses to pick up chicks. Just don't tell him it's from a video game.
Yeah. So
and then.
So what's this about Worth Gaming?
Yes, so Worth Gaming, which is my favorite team overall, actually, and they're a big up and comer EU team. They're number 3 in the EU scene. They got picked up by Team Coast. Who we know from the tournament. There was another Team Coast at the tournament, but that one disbanded shortly after the tournament was over. And so Worth Gaming got their sponsor. So now Team Coast Blue again.
Now they're changing their name, or?
Yes, they changed their name.
So it's almost like merging, and they said, "Hey, let's throw a blue on the end of Team Coast."
I think it's kind of like Cognitive Red and Cognitive Gaming. Like the organization just has they have Team Coast and then they have Team Coast X for whatever game you are. So
blue.
I don't know much, but I assume the LOL team is maybe like Team Coast Green or something. I don't know.
So why blue though? You think because they needed the gems?
I don't know. It's a good question why they're blue.
Why did little boy? Anyway.
I don't get it.
Yeah. Why did little boy blue? Because he needed the money. So.
Oh. Hey, what's in Mercury's mail sack?
I don't know. Why don't we?
I have a message for you. Gotta go fast. Close. Yeah.
We got mail. Let's take a look at Mercury's mail sack.
Let's go.
Yeah. Mercury's mail sack.
So we have a couple emails here.
I feel like I'm just trolling Kevin tonight. That it's just like troll Kevin night, and I'm just leaving the camera on you too. I don't know why.
I know. I can tell. I can see that. If you want to send us anything about the show at all, you can. What is it? Submit.deadworkers.com.
Yes.
Yes,
That
you
is
should do
the
that.
place to go. Submit.deadworkers.com today. Do it now.
Yes, and that is cool. You should do that. But we got a mail here from Slatic that I'm gonna not read because it's pretty long. I'm gonna give the gist. He basically talks about how he was playing a game of Arena and someone BM'd him because so he'd picked Hades and someone wanted Hades, so he gave them Hades and picked Alquang. And the guy who picked Hades BM'd him because of his build, Dat Alquang build, basically. And then the Hades basically looks like he intentionally fed, and they almost won even with all that considered. So he wanted to thank us in the Dead Workers Party, the Smite clan, the team, the group that anyone can join on in game in Smite. And he said that we're all really nice and very supportive. And I'm glad that he feels that way.
I am too. Like, we kick out anybody who is a BMer or
Yes.
is super racist. Really, any racist. They don't have to be super racist.
Yeah, just
Any hint of
I even go like moderately racist.
I will go with, slightly racist.
Even the easily racist.
And
yes.
the only reason I even mentioned that is because we actually had to do that. Like,
yeah. What was it? The one guy, the BMer you added to the clan a long time ago, right? Wasn't he racist?
Yeah. Yes. Ragin took care of him for us.
Good boy, Ragin. Well, so yes, Slatic, I'm really glad that you are happy in the clan, and like I just said, anyone can be in us. We play with people in the clan all the time. We also hang out on TeamSpeak a lot. I don't know if we've ever mentioned that on the show. If you want to play with us, Brent is usually very busy, but I'm almost always on the Dead Workers Party TeamSpeak, which you can join if you go to their site, deadworkers.com. It's like in the upper right-hand corner after you make an account. Or if you just want to come in there, brute force, it's deadworkers.enginevoice.com is the TeamSpeak address.
Yeah. But I urge
So
you
if
to
you want
join
people to
the
play
site because they just added achievements to the CMS. So we're going to add achievements to the site soon. So you get achievements for doing things like maybe joining the TeamSpeak server. But yeah, join it. It's a lot of fun. People are talking in there, and I know someone in the chat room was asking about BMing because we pretty much just use the initials now. But it's bad manners, bad mouthing, basically being a jerk.
Basically being a jerk. Exactly.
Trolling people.
Exactly.
And we have an episode all about it at some point. I'm sure we entitled it maybe something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, the last episode, we talked all about BMing.
So, you know what I'm excited and really happy for?
What?
We have a Mercury's mail sack from someone who doesn't have a name that makes me think of genitalia.
You mean that Fook Long?
Fook Long, Slay Dick. I mean, the list goes on and on. Like, if you go down the list of all of them, all of them. I thought it was like Deffy trolling us, honestly, like how bad it was getting. But now we got Coffee Lover, who says, "Hey, fellow Smite players, coffee here. I would just like to ask this question to all of you in the podcast right now, which
all 16 of us.
Yes, you got a good episode. Which do you think is the most useless and most useful item right now in Smite. P.S. I love listening to the show on my phone while playing some Smite action. Keep it up, fellas. He said it just like that, too. So what do you think is the most useful item?
The most useful item... Okay, do we want to split it up and go physical and magical?
No, just
because
in general. What's your most useful
all
item?
across the board.
If you had to pick one item that had to be in every build, even if it was magical or physical, what would it be? I'm changing the question around.
That's super hard if it has to be in magical builds, too. I'm thinking probably Rage is essentially a must for all physical gods.
Yeah.
So I would probably go with Rage, just because all physical gods... Well, I'm going physical and magical. Rage for physical gods,
no, screw you. No.
For magical gods. I don't even care. I don't care. I'm going Rage and Rata Tahuti. Done.
I'm going Sprint.
That's beads. No, there we go, beads. If you use your beads, no, the key here with beads, and maybe this is just because I play Conquest, the
reduction
passive
of your
level 5,
thing.
level 3 beads is something that a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, this is true.
Level 3 beads. This is a tip. We don't give tips, but here's a tip about Smite. If you get level 3 beads, when you activate them, will instantly take 5 seconds off of every cooldown that you're currently experiencing. So any cooldowns that are at 5 seconds or less time to go will be instantly available, which is great for when you're chasing somebody down or you're like boxing, which is like going one-on-one, like in close proximity with somebody.
Without the boxing gloves. Don't.
Yes, exactly. Usually done often between hunters. You'll see like two hunters, fighting and like trying to dodge each other's while shooting. That's boxing.
Like, let's box. Let's box right now. You and me, Nivik, on the camera.
Okay. Pew, pew, pew.
I just hit you.
Pew.
Hit you.
You did well. He got a crit, and I was at low health, so I'm dead.
Yes.
What was I talking about? Anyway, so a great thing is you activate beads even if you don't need it for the CC, and it just takes your cooldowns. Any of the 5 seconds or less, it takes them to instantly available.
Which is good for either physical or magical or guardian. Anyone.
That's true.
So I will. Okay. I will. Yes, I would get beads and sprint. Then those would be my two.
Because those are but if I'm gonna be a jerk, I'm saying Rage and Rata Tahuti. And then for useless, probably I think reinforced greaves are pretty awful across the board.
But that's level 2, right?
No, those are
Is that a level 3?
Those are boots.
Oh.
Those are boots. Yeah. They're the traditional tank boots.
Oh, okay.
That have no tanks buy those. Tanks buy Midas boots because they need the extra gold per 5 that Midas boots give you.
Maybe if but once you're a full build, maybe you'll sell them and get the reinforced. Would that be the smart move? I mean, if they're tankier.
That's true. Then again, I don't see.
So your answer, suck. Book of Thoth. There you go.
You really think Book of Thoth is the most useless item?
It's only good for one character in the game.
It's good for Conquest for a few characters in the game.
Character.
Well, actually, it's kind of true. It's basically Ao Kuang and like one other mage. There's another mage that is frequently built on them.
I learned that from one person. Dry Bear.
Yeah,
learned that from Dry Bear.
Yeah, Book of Thoth is basically only on Ao Kuang. So. That's a very good point. It pretty much is useless on everyone, except for Ao Kuang. It's great for Ao Kuang. I mean, it's like flawless for him, but for everyone else, it's kind of like, there's the better things to get, like Warlock Sash.
Or Sprint.
Well, what? Those don't take up the same slot.
So what's the next segment? I forget.
I don't know. What is it?
Are we going in order?
Are we
doing that? Okay.
Patch of the Pantheons.
Woohoo!
Regardless, I just like that ending. That's the patch. Someone was playing in the patch.
Cupid was patching Aphrodite. So this patch was gigantic, and there was a lot of stuff here, but I don't want to talk about it all, so I'll talk about the important stuff. or things people will care about, I think. A bunch of new skins. Brent, you want to say what those skins are?
Yeah, it's Rumerica, Iron Gamer Thor, Metal Carnage Fenrir, Valiant One Rama, and the Golden Osiris. And when does the patch happen now? Are the new ones going to be out by the patch? The other ones?
Yes, so we could probably talk about this. They will be out by the patch.
So the new Bastet, which I guess is their
Yes, they're like the revamp of her Catwoman skin.
Yeah, so now she's like Assault Bastet or something. She's like leathers with guns.
It's Spec Ops Bastet, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, and then they have the Apollo one that's the same kind of thing, right?
Which is sick.
Is it sick?
I don't know. It is like the coolest part. So he's like, if you've ever played Splinter Cell, that's like what he is. He looks like Splinter Cell. Or no, Sam Raimi, I don't know. The main character, Sam Fisher, that's it. He looks like the main character of Splinter Cell, Sam Fisher. Because he's got like very like stealthy gear, and he has like a night vision helmet on, and he has like 2 like silenced pistols.
Yeah.
So it's super cool looking, but the best part about the skin is when he does his ult, he gets picked up by a freaking attack helicopter. And then he flies across the map, and then he jumps out of the helicopter.
That's pretty cool.
Like, how sweet is that? Like, I will buy this skin, and I will learn how to play Apollo. This is going to be like what the Cthulhu skin was for me, but with Apollo. Like, I'll get this skin and get Apollo at least like level 2 or 3, just so I can friggin' ult people.
Yeah. So we're going to see a lot of Apollo after this patch, probably. We're going to see a lot of Apollo after this patch.
Oh, yes. Even more than we already do. But people are going to want to play. I mean, like, it's sweet. It's such a cool skin. Other stuff in this past patch. I'll talk about, there are 2 new ward skins, like an Easter Island head and a Sword in the Stone ward skin. And with this upcoming patch, they're also adding a fish in a bowl, like a goldfish bowl ward skin. They're adding the helicopter ward skin, which is like Apollo's helicopter.
Yeah.
They're adding a plush Manticore ward skin.
Yeah. Yeah. Kelly really loved that one.
Yes, and also, shoot, there's one more that I'm blanking. Oh, darn it! There's one more ward skin that I'm blanking on. And I feel really
I
bad.
only remember 3: the helicopter, the plush, and that other one you already said.
I could have sworn there's one more. Like I really think so.
Well, you screwed the pooch. Keep talking.
Okay, well, you
I'll find
talk.
it.
I'm just kidding. There isn't one. There probably is, but I'm gonna say there isn't, so I don't sound stupid. Too late. All right, so there are a bunch of like little things here, balances, but it's probably not stuff y'all really care about. One of the cool things is they added in 2 new items. They added Ensile, which is 20 physical power, 50 magical protection, and its passive is really good and gives you a lot. Gives you physical power and cooldown reduction. So it is great for warriors in particular.
Yeah.
Then they also had the Enchanted Buckler, which is it's the tree for Ansile, basically. It's not like a new item altogether. It's just, it starts the tree that Ansile is on. So it has 10 physical power and 10 magical protection.
Sounds awesome.
Simple. They did a lot of other balances to items, but the one that I really care about altogether is that Polynomicon reduced from 85% to 50%.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Which is crazy. Like, that's a significant nerf. Remember, it used to be 100%.
Yeah. But
And
it
now
was
it's 50.
yeah, I mean, it pretty much went in almost everyone's build, though, right? I mean, it was that, and that's too good. Like, if that's the case, then you know there's a problem with the item.
Well, do you have a problem with, like, Rotted Tahuti? But I'd say no, because it's so expensive. You know, it costs a lot, and you can brush it early game, but pretty much it's a thing that's picked up, like, 4th, 5th, or 6th in a build. All mages get Rotted Tahuti, but it's a late game item.
Yeah. I guess that's true. But see, I think the difference is the other one, like I would get it on, like Amir.
Rod.
Like, I loved it on Amir, not Rod.
Or Polynomicon.
The Polynomicon.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's like maybe that's going too far, but I don't know.
Well, Damage Amir. Polynomicon is integral to Damage Amir build.
Yeah.
So they did some other balances, but none of those are super interesting.
What it does.
Then they also have a bunch of god changes, and the three that I care about the most, in my opinion, well, actually, I'll just say they buffed Fenrir a little bit, which is I won't go over in details, but they buffed him, so that's cool. With Scylla, however, they nerfed her, and they reduced the root of her 1, and they also reduced I'd say they actually increased. They changed really. They changed the casting time of her 2. So when she tosses it at her feet, previously she could just, toss it and detonate it real fast. Like point at her feet and it would be basically on the ground immediately, and then she could pop it. So if she was being, meleeed by some guy. But now it has a minimum travel time of a half second. So even if she tosses at her feet, it takes a half second to get from her to her feet, which is a long time. I mean, if you're being meleeed by a guy that has,
she's short. Like it seems like it'd be fast. She's short. She just casts right there at her feet.
Exactly. Well, that's why it should take it takes a minimum half second now, right? This is because that says previously this was nearly instantaneous.
Right.
So it's a half second is much longer than instantaneous. And if you think about it in numbers form, like
which I try not to, but go ahead.
Right, but just this is easy. Think about, like Loki gets, like maybe okay, I'll do like Kali. Kali gets skin size is pretty integral to her build. And it puts her attack speed at, like 1.7 hits per second. So think about Scylla. Now it takes... That guarantees that Kali will basically get 2 hits on her while she's casting her 2. At least 1 hit will be definitely hit on Scylla.
Okay.
I
know you love Scylla, but I think we've gone over her enough now. I see you've missed something here, which I think is very important. And a change that I believe everybody's going to be happy about is Bacchus's Chug. Mm-hmm. The mana was reduced again.
Yes, that is actually pretty important.
And that's like, I still think it needs to go even further. I just changed the mechanic personally, but yeah, so that's a good one. What was the other ones? Was there another one you wanted?
The Kumbhakarna. They lowered his mez duration.
That's good. Is this a second reduction?
No, this is the first.
Okay.
He needs more.
Wasn't it 4 seconds? No?
No, it was 3.5. But
okay.
3.5 is forever.
Yeah.
You chase Kumba,
forever.
he yawns, he's gone.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then the other quick thing is they increased the slow from Zeus's detonate charge to 40%.
That's some good stuff.
So he's a little bit better now than he was.
Also
cool.
on streams this week, they've shown some information on a new god coming out in the patch. Rama, the 7th avatar of Vishnu.
No, this guy's out.
Rama. Wow.
Think about
it's been a long
Serket.
night. Yeah, I was thinking of Serket. But no, see, that's how long it's been since we've talked. Like,
right, exactly.
I feel like Rama's been in the game for like months now.
Yeah, pretty much. He's been in front. I'll just say I won't go over his. Everyone knows his abilities now at this point.
So Rama, how
he's
you
really
been
strong.
liking Rama?
That's it. Rama's very, very powerful.
So why no
I
Rama
predict he will
nerfs?
be, because he's allowed in tournament play now. I predict he'll be top banned in the tournament this weekend.
Yeah.
So I guess when the show comes out, it'll be last weekend.
So yeah.
But that's my prediction. So you can, if you listen to the show on Monday, you can verify that or not. But I think he's going to be banned frequently.
No one's going to verify.
You're
safe. I think you're probably right, but you're safe. Don't worry. So and also Serket coming out next week too.
Yes.
This week when the show comes out, whenever. It's like the Scorpion King, but not the wrestler dude.
She's the goddess of. She's the. What's her fancy title?
Serket, the goddess of Scorpion, not king. Was that
Is
right?
that it? She has some. Hold on, wait. It was
Serket.
on.
She's going to poke at you.
Yes,
with her
she's pretty
tail.
cool.
She's got that new mechanic with her. Is it her 1, where you can basically decide where this path goes, and it'll hit up to 3 people, I believe. Anyway, we'll talk about that more after we get to play it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If I get a chance to play it.
But she is an assassin.
Yeah.
So that is cool. This is the first assassin since Mercury.
Is she
unless you count
is she
the Kali
Egyptian?
rework, which I don't.
Is she Egyptian? Where's she from?
Yes, she's Egyptian.
I was just guessing by the name. I assumed.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually what I meant to say is unless you count the Bastet rework, which I do not. She was changed, but I don't count that as a new assassin, so.
Right.
Circuit's the newest since Mercury, which has been a long time.
Wow. It's beeping at us. So,
Sorry, it's my phone.
it's okay. So, yeah.
So we had something to talk about
Yeah.
that is kind of, I don't know, big news. It's kind of big news.
I don't think anybody cares.
Well, it's
it
important.
basically comes down to, I mean, you see who's here, right? The people that care.
Yes,
Me
exactly.
and Kevin. We're the carers. We care about things. No. Last week, Eric's moving on to do more music stuff and doesn't really have time for podcasting. And as much as I love Smite, like,
He's
don't
busy.
get to play it ever anymore. Like,
Yeah.
like I've played like one time in the past couple weeks, and I hate that I don't get to play enough. And I don't feel like I really can offer enough commentary that's accurate. Not that I ever did, but I think basically what's going to happen is Kevin's going to take over on Smite,
Yes.
and there's going to be some new blood on Smite. I don't know if it's confirmed yet. If it's confirmed, we can say. If it's not, we can wait.
No, not yet.
Okay. So it's not
We'll talk
confirmed
to
yet,
them
but basically I'm going to stay on as like transitionary, and actually the time we record is going to be moved too so everybody can still be involved. And who knows, I may decide I like it and just stay. Like, I'm not like a dead set. Like, I still love the game, so I don't mind being here talking about it. It's just now that I'm working, basically 10 to 7, these Thursday nights are kind of killing me when I'm here till like 2 in the morning. And so I really just can't do on Smite anymore like that late. So kind of looking, and when we change it, we'll see what's going on there. But regardless, if I'm still just not getting enough time to play or whatnot, then I'm probably going to stop hosting on Smite at some point down the road.
Yeah.
But Kevin's going to lead the charge to get some new people. Afro was kind of in the same boat with me. Like, he's not here tonight because he's already kind of cashed out. He had to work real early, and he's the late nights are killing him too. So, and he hasn't been playing any. So So, I don't think it matters because like I didn't really say anything intelligent about the damn game anyway. So, I think Nivik and the new crew will be able to talk about Smite in a way that we haven't been able to because they're playing it every day pretty much and are living it. And I think it'll bring a new life into the show. And as long as I can keep up with them and feel like I'm contributing, even if it's just being stupid enough to make Kevin laugh or cringe every couple of shows, then I'll stick
Per
around.
usual.
But just kind of want to let you know what's going on, so it's not like a big shocker if I do end up going or something. And it's nothing.
And it will stay on the same feed, so you don't have to worry about, like, if you listen on just iTunes, it's not gonna, you don't have to go somewhere else.
Yeah, keep listening on iTunes.
Yes.
And yeah, it's and this isn't happening today or tomorrow. It's just
It's gonna be a couple weeks.
yeah. But I'm still
you play
gonna
that-
play as much as I can. Should I play that music?
Do you play the
again?
outro backing music again?
Yeah, I can keep playing it. Where's the loop?
There we go. All right. So that's the news. So things are going to be changing a little bit. And if you want to go because of that, I'm sorry to see you go, but I hope you will stick around with me and with the new people. Like Brent said, you might change a couple things up. Most of it, I think, will probably stay the same because of the format of the show. But there'll be some things that I think I want to add, and I might.
Yeah, and like Infernal Joe says, whenever they talk about bands, I am there. We will
Exactly.
definitely be there talking about bands. But like I said, I still love the show or the game. You know, Smite, you should just hire us to do this for y'all. And then I could have plenty of time to play and do the show. Like, that just solves the problem right there.
And I can drop out of college and move to Alpharetta.
And he would do it in a heartbeat. He's a crazy
I'm getting
kid.
paid pretty well. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so until then, though, you can still call us at 662-736-8260. You can leave reviews on iTunes and talk about what's about to happen if you want to. Or, I don't know, do whatever.
Yeah. And seriously, do not pull the bull crap where you go, and now that Eric's gone, and now that Brent's gone, I'm out of here. And Afro. Like, no matter what happens, give the show a chance. Like you would have never known you liked this show to begin with if you did not give it a chance. So
exactly.
If you don't give whatever new version the show changes into at any moment a chance, give it 10 episodes before you like say, it's just not for me.
I won't even say 10. I'll say 3. Give us 3. Give it 3.
You know. But like I said, like the folks I think you're planning to get on, I think are great folks. I think they are very intelligent and knowledgeable about the game, and I think it's going to be a great show. I'm just not a person that's really big into stats and what do you call
esports
it?
And
the
things like
esports, and I think it's going to be more of that, which I think is great, and I absolutely think it'll be wonderful. But I don't know if I can offer as much, so that's all I'm saying. Is if I feel like I can't offer anything, then I may step away. But hey,
and we do like.
I may love it and go, man, I need to play more esports.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
Hey, Brent will be on Dignitas in a month. Done.
Yeah. And
Something like that.
It may or may not go on YouTube. Just the YouTube channel is kind of weird right now. Just the fact that Eric's not doing as many videos. The podcasts kind of stand out and don't really fit the channel. So we were actually thinking of like not putting any podcast on there, but I don't know. For now, it'll still go up there, just like the Shaft. So we'll see.
And if you are on YouTube and you watch it on YouTube and you love it on YouTube, comment on it. Comment on this video.
Yeah,
and say
seriously.
that. That's what we want. We want to know that people want it there.
Yeah, you know, when a video goes up and it has 10 thumbs up, you kind of assume not many people are watching it, so it's like, what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
But anyway, you can
if Infernal Joe, you should give it a chance.
He's being a kappa.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So
They're trolling us.
Yeah, come back next week and see what's going on. That's how you can find out.
And no matter what happens, never forget to
Smite on!
Good game. You are now at the end of another episode of On Smite, a podcast brought to you by the Dead Workers Party. Listen every week by subscribing on iTunes or by visiting smite.deadworkers.com. Watch the episodes on youtube.com/deadworkersparty or see the live show at deadworkers.com/live.